How precious is your time? Truly, pause for a moment and reflect. When you glance back over the years, are there instances when the true worth of time escaped your grasp? Think about the minutes, hours, or days spent chasing fleeting distractions or worrying about matters beyond your control. How many of those moments could have been used to create something meaningful, to grow, to connect, or to simply be present? Time is more than just a passing measure. It is the very breath of existence, a sacred thread that ties together our experiences. It flows ceaselessly, never to return, reminding us that every moment we waste is a moment we can never reclaim. Each day, life offers us 24 hours, a finite, priceless gift. But how often do we use it with the intention it deserves? In those hours lie countless opportunities. The chance to awaken, to reflect, to grow, to love, and to tread the path toward inner peace. Time is the great equalizer. No one can stop it, extend it, or create more of it. Yet, the way we choose to spend our time defines the quality of our lives. With mindfulness, each moment can become a profound offering, a chance to nourish our spirit and bring meaning to our existence. Yet, how easily do we allow time to slip away, tangled in distractions or consumed by the burdens of others? It's noble to care for others, but too often, we forget that we cannot pour from an empty cup. When we overextend ourselves, focusing solely on the worries and troubles of those around us, we miss the vital chance to nurture our own growth. Our attention, split and scattered, prevents us from seeing the beauty of our path. This isn't selfishness, it's wisdom. The Buddha taught that mindfulness is the way to transform time into something sacred, a force that aligns us with peace, clarity, and fulfillment. There's also the ever-present temptation to compare our lives to others. Think about how often we measure our happiness, success, or worth against the lives of others, whether they're friends, colleagues, or strangers on a screen. How often does this comparison leave us feeling inadequate, as if our unique journey is somehow not enough? The Buddha's teachings remind us that this habit of comparison is a thief of joy and a distraction from our true purpose. Instead of walking our path, we look to the paths of others, losing sight of our own potential and possibilities. The Dhamma teaches us that our true power lies not in controlling external events, but in mastering our inner world. These words are profound. They tell us that we cannot change everything happening around us, the chaos, the noise, the unpredictable ups and downs of life. But what we can change is how we respond. The Buddha put it beautifully. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Let those words sink in. How often do you forget to extend that same compassion you offer to others to yourself? Why expend energy dwelling on things you cannot control when the seeds of peace, resilience, and enlightenment are already within you, waiting to grow? The truth is, every single moment holds a choice, a chance to step closer to your best self or to let the moment slip through your fingers. When you choose to focus on what truly matters, when you choose to cultivate love for yourself and align with your inner purpose, time becomes not just a fleeting measure, but a canvas for a life well lived. So, the question remains, how precious is your time? When will you begin to cherish it not just as a resource, but as a sacred opportunity to create, to grow, and to awaken to your true self? The answers lie within you, waiting to unfold as you step fully into the present and embrace the power of your own mind. Here are 6 teachings to guide you along the noble path of self-focus and mindful living. Number 1. Avoid the trap of comparison. Imagine standing by the edge of a rushing river, its waters churning wildly. When you look into it, the reflection is distorted, unclear, and fragmented. This is what comparison does to the mind. It disrupts clarity and obscures our sense of self. The Buddha, in his profound wisdom, warned against coveting what others have, reminding us that it distracts from the only journey that truly matters, our own. Contentment is the highest wealth, he taught, encapsulating a universal truth that is often overlooked in the noise of modern life. In today's world, It's easier than ever to fall into the trap of comparison. Social media is a constant parade of curated highlights, tempting us to measure our lives against polished snapshots of others. Their achievements, possessions, and carefully framed moments of joy can make us question our worth. But these comparisons are like chasing shadows. They lead us nowhere and leave us exhausted. They pull our attention outward, away from the sanctuary within where true contentment resides. The Buddha invites us to turn away from the turbulent stream of comparison and instead cultivate the still, serene pond of self-reflection. When we stop looking outward and begin to look inward, we discover the unique beauty and potential of our own journey. Each of us walks a path shaped by our experiences, dreams, and choices. Why then measure our progress by someone else's milestones? Their path is theirs alone, just as ours is uniquely ours. Comparison doesn't just steal joy, it blinds us to the abundance already present in our lives. It creates a restless craving for something we think we lack, even when we might already possess everything we truly need to thrive. In contrast, self-reflection nurtures gratitude. It allows us to see the gifts in our own journey, the lessons in our struggles, and the quiet triumphs that are often overshadowed by louder achievements. When you feel the pull of comparison, pause. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Remind yourself that the flowers in a meadow bloom at their own pace. Some rise early, catching the first light of spring, while others wait patiently, knowing their time will come. Neither is better nor lesser for the timing of their bloom. They simply are, each contributing to the beauty of the field. Likewise, your journey is your own. The steps you take, no matter how small, carry you forward. By letting go of comparison, you free yourself from unnecessary burdens and find the space to focus on what truly matters: your growth, your peace, and your path. In this freedom lies the wisdom to appreciate your life as it is and the courage to walk your path with unwavering confidence. So, the next time you find yourself gazing into the turbulent stream of comparison, step back, seek the stillness of your inner pond, and let the ripples of self-awareness guide you to a place of true contentment. Number 2, embrace progress over perfection. Perfection is an illusion, a shimmering mirage on the horizon that disappears as soon as you approach it. The Buddha, with his profound understanding of human nature, taught us that clinging to perfection creates suffering. Why? Because all beings and all things are impermanent, ever-changing, and incomplete by nature. To strive for perfection is to chase a fantasy, while the beauty of life lies in its imperfections and the growth they inspire. Imagine a potter shaping clay on a wheel. The clay is not perfect. It wobbles, cracks, and bends under the potter's hands. Yet with every touch, it evolves, becoming something new and beautiful. Progress is the same. It's not about creating something flawless, but about cherishing each step of the journey and finding joy in the process of becoming. In the spirit of metta, loving kindness, we are called to treat ourselves with compassion and patience as we navigate life. The Buddha's words, "A jug fills drop by drop," are a gentle reminder that great things are achieved through consistent, small efforts. Each drop matters. Each step forward carries meaning, and each moment of progress is worthy of celebration. Too often, we allow the pursuit of perfection to paralyze us. We hesitate to start because the end seems daunting. We abandon efforts because the result isn't flawless. But this is a trap of the mind, a barrier to growth. Progress, however modest, is far more valuable than the illusory ideal of perfection. It is progress that brings us closer to liberation, not an unattainable ideal. Consider the wisdom of a bamboo tree. For years after it is planted, it grows invisibly beneath the soil, laying a strong foundation of roots. Then, seemingly overnight, it shoots skyward, reaching incredible heights. The tree's strength and growth are not in a moment of perfection, but in the steady, unseen effort that came before. When we embrace progress over perfection, we learn to honor our journey, however uneven or imperfect it may seem. A small victory, a new skill learned, a step toward a healthier habit, a moment of courage in the face of fear, becomes a source of joy and encouragement. Each success, no matter how small, builds a foundation for greater achievements ahead. Letting go of perfection also frees us to embrace mistakes as part of the process. Each misstep is not a failure but a teacher, revealing new lessons and paths forward. Like the river carving its way through the rocks, progress is not linear or flawless. It is persistent, adapting to obstacles and flowing steadily toward its destination. To live in the spirit of progress is to embrace patience, discipline, and self-compassion. It means recognizing that the masterpiece of life is not created in a single stroke, but through countless small acts of dedication. With every drop that fills the jug, we come closer to the fullness of our potential. So, when perfection whispers its seductive promises, let it go. Instead, cherish the drops you add to your jug each day. Celebrate your progress, however small, and know that every step forward brings you closer to the liberation and peace you seek. Number 3, reject distractions. In the modern world, distractions are everywhere. Like leaves carried by a restless wind, they scatter our focus and pull us away from what truly matters. Whether it's the endless scroll of social media, the buzz of notifications, or idle chatter that consumes our attention, these distractions rob us of the precious gift of time and mindfulness. The Buddhist teaching of the middle way offers us a guiding light: balance. When we learn to reject distractions, we reclaim the ability to live with intention and purpose. Distractions are deceptively harmless at first glance. A few minutes spent on a trivial task, a glance at the phone, or a quick indulgence in meaningless gossip may seem insignificant, but like drops of water leaking from a jar, these small diversions add up, slowly depleting our energy and focus. The Buddha taught that the mind is like a lamp. It can illuminate the darkest corners when its light is concentrated, but when scattered, it is dim, ineffective, and prone to extinguishment. To reject distractions, we must first become aware of their presence. Imagine a farmer tending to a field of crops. If they are inattentive, the weeds grow unchecked, choking the life out of the plants. In the same way, distractions are the weeds of the mind, sapping our focus and hindering our growth. The farmer's diligence in pulling weeds and protecting the field mirrors the practice of samadhi or concentration. By cultivating mindfulness, we create space for clarity and purpose to flourish. Social media, for instance, is a distraction that often masquerades as connection or entertainment. While it can serve a purpose, it often leads to comparison, anxiety, and wasted time. By setting boundaries, choosing specific times to engage, or limiting usage, we take the first steps toward reclaiming our focus. Similarly, idle chatter, while occasionally comforting, can devolve into negativity or triviality. By practicing right speech, one of the Buddha's Eightfold Path principles, we ensure that our words and interactions uplift rather than distract. Rejecting distractions also means honoring our time as the precious resource it is. Just as a skilled archer focuses unwaveringly on their target, we must direct our attention to what truly aligns with our values and goals. This requires discipline and intention. A simple practice is to dedicate a few minutes each day to silent reflection or meditation, anchoring the mind amidst life's chaos. With consistent effort, this practice becomes a refuge, a place of stillness where we can return whenever distractions arise. Consider the lotus flower, a powerful symbol in Buddhism. Despite growing in muddy waters, it rises above the muck, blooming with unparalleled beauty and purity. In the same way, our focus can rise above the distractions that muddy our minds, blossoming into clarity, purpose, and enlightenment. Rejecting distractions does not mean isolating ourselves or avoiding the world. Rather, it is about choosing what to engage with consciously. It's about prioritizing the activities, relationships, and thoughts that nourish our growth over those that drain our energy. Ask yourself, how often do you let distractions dictate your day? How often do they pull you away from meaningful work, time with loved ones, or moments of self-care? Begin by identifying your distractions. Are they external, like constant notifications, or internal, like worry and overthinking? Once identified, create simple habits to counteract them. Turn off notifications during focus work, set aside time for quiet reflection, or practice deep breathing to calm a restless mind. By practicing concentration and rejecting distractions, you transform your time into a sacred offering. You become the farmer protecting your crops, the archer hitting their target, the lotus rising from the mud. Let your focus blossom and discover the peace and fulfillment that come from living with intention. Number 4, focus on yourself. True growth does not come from outside influences or fleeting validations. It arises from within, like a mighty tree that draws its strength from deep, unseen roots. The Buddha, in his infinite wisdom, reminded us, "Do not look for a sanctuary in anyone except yourself." These words are a call to focus inward, to cultivate our own potential, and to recognize that the path to peace and fulfillment begins and ends with us. In a world full of distractions, noise, and external pressures, it is easy to lose ourselves in the expectations of others. We often seek approval, validation, or direction from those around us, hoping they hold the answers we crave. But this is like searching for sunlight in the depths of a cave. The sanctuary we seek cannot be found outside of us. It resides in the still, quiet space within our hearts. When we turn inward and focus on ourselves, we uncover the wisdom and strength to navigate life's challenges with grace and purpose. Imagine a tree standing tall in a vast forest. Its branches stretch toward the sky, bearing leaves and fruit that serve the world. But this outward beauty is only possible because its roots are deeply anchored in the earth, drawing sustenance from the soil. In the same way, our external accomplishments and relationships can only flourish when we nourish our inner selves. Self-discipline and patience are the nutrients that strengthen our roots, allowing us to stand tall no matter the storms we face. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. It is essential. Just as a gardener must tend to their plants before sharing the harvest, we must nurture our own well-being to be of true service to others. When you invest time in understanding who you are, your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears, you lay the foundation for authentic growth. Self-awareness becomes your compass, guiding you toward decisions that align with your values and purpose. This inward focus also requires letting go of the habit of comparing yourself to others. Each person's journey is unique, shaped by their own circumstances, choices, and lessons. Comparing your path to someone else's only distracts you from the beauty and potential of your own. Instead of looking outward for validation, ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? What brings me joy? What values guide my actions? By answering these questions, you shift your focus from the noise of the world to the truth within. Patience is your greatest ally on this journey. Growth is not instantaneous, nor is it always visible. Like a seedling that takes time to break through the soil, your progress may be slow and unseen at first. But with consistent effort and self-compassion, the results will come. Each small step forward, whether it's forming a healthy habit, learning a new skill, or facing a fear, is a victory worth celebrating. The Buddha's teachings remind us to find strength and refuge within ourselves. This does not mean we must isolate ourselves from others, but rather that we must be our own foundation. Imagine a wellspring that provides water for a village. If the source dries up, the village cannot thrive. Similarly, if we neglect our own well-being, we cannot fully show up for those we love or the world around us. To focus on yourself is to honor the unique gift of your life. It is to prioritize your growth, to listen to your inner voice, and to trust that you hold the answers you seek. Just as the tree grows taller and stronger with each passing season, so too will you, as you commit to nurturing your mind, body, and spirit. Begin today. Take a moment to reflect on your needs, your goals, and your values. Let go of what does not serve you and embrace the practices that bring you closer to your true self. In focusing on yourself, you create a sanctuary within, a place of peace, strength, and boundless potential. Like the deeply rooted tree, you will stand tall and flourish, no matter the winds that blow. Number 5, cultivate resilience. Life is full of challenges, moments that test our resolve, and storms that threaten to uproot us. Yet, within each challenge lies the seed of growth, the opportunity to rise stronger and wiser. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties. It is about facing them with courage, grace, and an unshakable spirit. The Buddhist teachings illuminate this truth. Fall 7 times, rise 8. These words are a beacon, reminding us that setbacks are not the end of the journey, but an essential part of it. Imagine a blacksmith crafting a sword. The blade is hammered repeatedly, subjected to intense heat, and cooled again and again. Each strike strengthens the metal, and each pass through the fire shapes it into something powerful and enduring. In the same way, life's challenges are the forge in which our spiritual strength is honed. Every stumble, every moment of hardship is a chance to refine our character and deepen our understanding. When we face setbacks, it's natural to feel frustration, fear, or doubt. But resilience begins when we shift our perspective, when we stop seeing adversity as an obstacle and start viewing it as a teacher. Each setback carries a lesson, a whisper of wisdom waiting to be heard. Did a failure teach you the value of persistence? Did a loss deepen your compassion for others? Did a challenge push you to discover strength you didn't know you had? These lessons are the gifts of resilience, treasures unearthed in the soil of struggle. Resilience is also rooted in equanimity, the calm, steady flame that burns even in the face of the fiercest winds. Imagine the stillness of a mountain, standing unshaken amidst raging storms. This is the essence of equanimity, the inner peace that allows us to navigate life's turbulence without being consumed by it. Cultivating equanimity begins with mindfulness. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we learn to respond to challenges with clarity and balance, rather than reactivity and despair. Consider the lotus flower, a timeless symbol of resilience in Buddhist teachings. It grows in the mud, its roots submerged in murky water, yet it rises above the surface, blooming in pristine beauty. The lotus does not avoid the mud. It thrives because of it. Similarly, our challenges, the mud of life, are not barriers to growth but the very conditions that allow us to bloom. To cultivate resilience, we must embrace patience and self-compassion. Growth is not immediate, and setbacks are inevitable. There will be moments when progress feels slow, when the weight of challenges seems too much to bear. In these moments, remember that resilience is not about perfection or unbroken strength. It is about rising again and again, no matter how many times you fall. Treat yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you would offer a dear friend. Another pillar of resilience is adaptability. Life is ever-changing, and clinging rigidly to expectations can lead to suffering. Instead, like water flowing around rocks in a stream, we must learn to adapt, finding new paths and solutions when faced with obstacles. This flexibility not only helps us overcome challenges, but also opens the door to unexpected opportunities and insights. Finally, resilience thrives in community. While the journey inward is crucial, we are not meant to walk life's path alone. Seek support from those who uplift and inspire you. Share your struggles and victories, and draw strength from the shared wisdom of others. Together, we can weather life's storms and celebrate its joys. When you stumble, and you will, remember the Buddha's words, fall 7 times, rise 8. Let them echo in your heart, a reminder that resilience is not about never falling, but about always rising. Each time you rise, you grow stronger. Each time you rise, you step closer to your highest potential. Greet adversity not with fear, but with the equanimity of a calm and steady flame. Trust that within you lies the strength to endure, to grow, and to shine brightly, no matter the darkness. With resilience as your guide, you can face life's challenges with courage, transforming every setback into a step forward on the path of wisdom and compassion. Number 6, live with intention. Life is not a series of random events, but a canvas, waiting for the mindful strokes of your choices and actions. To live with intention is to pick up the brush with purpose, guided by clarity and a deep understanding of what truly matters. The Dhamma calls us to live not aimlessly but purposefully, with each thought, word, and action reflecting our highest values. The Buddha's words illuminate this truth. Your work is to discover your world and then with all your heart give yourself to it. These words are a powerful reminder that our greatest calling is to uncover our unique path and walk it fully with unwavering commitment. Living with intention begins with awareness. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it is easy to fall into routines that feel comfortable but lack meaning. Days can blur into weeks and weeks into years as we drift without purpose. To break free from this cycle, we must pause and ask ourselves, what truly matters to me? What do I value most? How can I align my actions with these truths? These questions are the foundation of an intentional life, one rooted in mindfulness and authenticity. Imagine your life as a garden. Without care, weeds of distraction and negativity can overtake it, leaving little room for the flowers of purpose and fulfillment to grow. To live with intention is to become the gardener of your life, consciously planting the seeds of what you wish to cultivate, kindness, wisdom, resilience, or creativity, and nurturing them with dedication and love. Each choice you make, no matter how small, is like tending to this garden, shaping the beauty of your existence. Mindful actions, driven by clear intentions, bring harmony to your life. They align your being with the natural rhythm of the universe, much like a river flowing effortlessly toward the sea. When you act with purpose, your efforts are no longer scattered but focused, allowing you to achieve greater fulfillment and peace. A single mindful act, listening deeply to a loved one, savoring a meal with gratitude, or dedicating time to your personal growth, can transform an ordinary moment into something profound. Living with intention also requires courage. It means stepping away from the expectations and distractions of the world to honor your truth. It means saying no to what does not serve you, even when it is tempting, and saying yes to the practices, relationships, and goals that nourish your soul. Imagine a bird perched on a branch, preparing to take flight. To soar, it must leave the safety of the branch and trust the strength of its wings. In the same way, living with intention asks us to trust ourselves and embrace the freedom that comes with authenticity. This path also invites us to live in harmony with others and the world around us. When we act with intention, we bring kindness, compassion, and integrity into our relationships. Our choices ripple outward, influencing the lives of those we touch. Consider the Buddha's teaching on right intention, a key part of the Noble Eightfold Path. It encourages us to act with goodwill, non-harming, and renunciation of selfish desires, creating a life that benefits not only ourselves but all beings. To live with intention does not mean having everything planned or controlled. Life is dynamic, and its beauty lies in its unpredictability. Instead, living with intention means approaching each moment with mindfulness and clarity, making choices that align with your values, even in the face of uncertainty. It is the difference between wandering aimlessly and walking a path with purpose, knowing that the journey itself is as important as the destination. As you reflect on your own life, consider this. Are your daily actions aligned with your deepest aspirations? Do you move through life with purpose, or are you caught in the currents of habit and distraction? Begin by setting small, intentional goals that reflect your values. Whether it's spending more time in nature, deepening your relationships, or dedicating a few moments each day to meditation. Over time, these purposeful choices will create a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. The Buddha's words remind us that our greatest work is to discover our world, to understand our unique calling, and to embrace it wholeheartedly. When we live with intention, we honor this work, turning every moment into an opportunity to grow, to connect, and to create. Let your actions be guided by purpose, and let your life reflect the rhythm of the universe. In doing so, You will discover a life not just lived, but truly lived, deeply, fully, and intentionally. Reflecting on these timeless principles is like watering the roots of a tree, allowing the seeds of inner peace and fulfillment to take hold and grow. Each principle serves as a guide, a light to illuminate the path toward a more meaningful and enlightened life. They remind us that our journey is not about chasing external accolades or fleeting pleasures, but about cultivating a deeper connection with ourselves, others, and the present moment. Take a moment to breathe deeply and absorb these teachings. Think about how they resonate with your own experiences and challenges. Avoiding comparison liberates you from unnecessary suffering and helps you focus on your unique path. Embracing progress over perfection allows you to honor every small victory and see beauty in growth rather than flawlessness. Rejecting distractions empowers you to reclaim your time and energy, ensuring they are invested in what truly matters. Focusing on yourself strengthens your foundation, enabling you to live authentically and purposefully. Cultivating resilience turns life's challenges into opportunities for wisdom and strength. And living with intention transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary acts of mindfulness and purpose. As you carry these principles into your life, remember that their true power lies not only in personal transformation, but also in how they inspire and uplift others. Sharing these lessons isn't about seeking validation or recognition. It's an act of compassion and generosity. As the Buddha so beautifully taught, thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. When you extend kindness, wisdom, and inspiration to others, you amplify their light in your own, creating ripples of positivity that can transform the world around you. Take these teachings and let them guide your actions, words, and thoughts. Reflect on them often, meditate on their meaning, and weave them into the fabric of your daily life. The journey toward inner peace and enlightenment is not a destination, but a continuous process. There will be moments of joy, moments of struggle, and moments of quiet reflection. Embrace them all, for they are the stepping stones on your unique path. As you walk this path, remember that you are never truly alone. The wisdom of the Buddha, the support of a like-minded community, and the strength within yourself are always with you. Let this knowledge give you courage and serenity as you face each day. May your path be bright, your heart open, and your journey toward enlightenment steady and serene. If this message resonates with you, consider joining our community by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Share your thoughts in the comments below, whether it's an insight, a personal story, or a reflection on how these principles have touched your life. Your voice adds depth to this journey, and your perspective can inspire others in ways you may never realize. And if you know someone who could benefit from these teachings, share this video with them. Together, we can create a circle of compassion and wisdom, lighting candles that brighten the lives of many. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you won't miss the next video in this journey of mindfulness and growth. A new chapter awaits at the end of this video, so click on the link to continue exploring, learning, and transforming. Thank you for being part of this community. May your days be filled with purpose, peace, and boundless joy. See you in the next video.